Welcome back to the University of Life and the Secret of Happiness, tip number 4. And you may remember from tip number 512 that I pointed out that we Westerners, we really spend most of our time in our brains. And I advised you in that one to spend time in your body and how good that is for you. Well, in this one, I'm going to point out a different spot where you can try and spend some of your awareness and focus. And this one is my favorite, my all-time favorite. But it's kind of elusive. It's a little bit hard to explain, hard to learn, it's a little tricky. So I would really be interested in your feedback. Like, give this a try and tell me how it works. Tell me how it was for you. And by all means, if you have some better ideas, let me know those as well in the comments. I'd really be interested in that. So the place I want you to spend some time this time is your heart. And the best way I found to teach someone how to get there and what it's all about is to like touch your sternum, your ribs there over your heart, and tell your brain to pay attention to how it feels there. Like all the attention you can gather up, focus it all on there and pay attention to how it feels. Because if you begin to start feeling that, eventually you'll learn that there's another place to stand besides in your head, that you can stand here instead. And if it starts succeeding for you, you're going to have some really cool experiences. Like you may begin to realize, for example, that while the way the brain processes information is it cuts everything up and it categorizes and it compares, and you know some things about how comparison can be problematic in some situations. Well, the heart doesn't do any of that. The heart is unity. It is universal. It is everything all at once now. It's not, and the brain can kind of go there a little bit. Like if you let go of that structure in your brain that kind of organizes everything and gives you the sense of who you are, and all of a sudden you have that sense of universality. That's not the same thing. And if you're meditating, you know, and you're doing your deep breathing and letting go and just stepping back and being the observer, that's not the same thing. That is still mind. Heart is a different state. It's a different experience. And it's awesome. It may help to be somewhere beautiful like this with the breeze blowing through the trees. It may help to go get some exercise and get enough sleep and have some healthy food so that your body feels good. It may help you to get there, to relax a little bit. And it may help to do some visualizations, like take some deep breaths in and out and hold it for a minute. And as you do, imagine the air passing through your heart back and forth, kind of maybe cleaning it as it goes. Oh, and on that note, there's a chance that you've had some traumas, that you've had some painful disappointments or betrayals or something like that, and you might have some protections up around your heart. You might have some hard, crusty shells that makes it even harder to penetrate those and get into your heart and really feel it. And if you do break that open, you might find that that same painful venom is still stored in there that you thought you were protecting yourself from, but you just kind of closed it off, encapsulated it, accommodated it. And so if you break that wall open, you may find yourself suffering all that and having to go through it now. Now the upside of that is that you're probably more mature now and you're probably more distant from whatever caused it, and so you'll probably handle it better than before. But the downside, it can be really painful, it can last really long. So if you think that applies to you, please, I'm going to suggest don't begin this journey too much until you've already got a lot of the other happiness keys well in place. Number one, a good social support system. People you can talk to and just be with and just relax and feel loved. Get that. That's really the most important key probably of all. Anyway, make sure you're getting a little bit of exercise, make sure you're having some positive thoughts and believing in yourself and all those other things, so that if this one's hard for you, it doesn't just crush you, but you've got some places to stand, a good foundation to stand on and work from. It'll make it a lot easier. So there's my thoughts on heart. Key tip number 4 to the secret of happiness. Give it a try and please let me know how your experience was. Until next time, live smart, live happy.